Okay, hi everybody. It's a sunny day here in Brooklyn. I see sun coming in through the windows well, at least bright light coming in for just about everybody. Yeah, that's good. And we're going to start today our mindful movement with some movements to bring our awareness to direct sensation, sort of wordless sensation, which is an ideal not so easily done. So I wanted to start by asking you to um, bear in mind whatever you're seeing. So maybe you're seeing my face on the screen. And to the greatest extent possible, seeing it without the knowing of thoughts. So seeing shape, colors, maybe the movement of my mouth or my body, shape, colors, more than Donald, oh, that's his mouth moving, oh, his head is bobbing. So a little more emphasis towards the direct sensation. And if you run out of noticing my face, then try the room or my shirt or anything like that. This is an exercise in direct experiencing um, for the purpose of seeing what it's like to be less in the world of thoughts and more in this, what is for most of us an alternate reality of direct sensation. And so now, very slowly, looking around your room, very slowly moving your head. We don't want to shock our system. As best possible, directly sensing whatever it is that you see. It's okay to pause or keep moving. And when words do come in, just that's okay, noticing them and seeing what it's like to go back to direct sensation. So we're moving the head around. And now let's bring the head back to center, or when you're ready, bring it back to center. And see what it's like to have the head stable, but just be moving your eyeballs around to see different things. Just to see what that's like. And again, noticing direct sensations of sight. Mindful movement of eyeballs right now. Okay, great. Wonderful. Let's do one more thing with sight. Maybe noticing the plant behind me, and just maybe again trying to see it for color, texture, anything other than words, shape. Okay, and let's see what it's like to do the same thing towards sounds. So I'm going to give us some movements to do and ask you to sort of do the movements or whatever is healthy for you that's close to that. And really notice into sound, and maybe again the same way. So less, oh, that's my shirt rubbing against my body or something, and more just to hear the sound, just to hear the sound. So we're going to start by bringing the hands up towards the shoulders. Okay. And then as we slowly raise, as we maybe at an average speed, raise them up, noticing any sounds perhaps of the clothing. Up and down. So because I want you to be able to have some sounds to hear as well as a stretch. good. Okay, great. And now let's just try patting anywhere on the chest and noticing the sounds of that, and of course feeling it too. Maybe speed it up a little bit, see what if that's any different. And yeah, you can alternate hands, slow it down. Just noticing the sounds as sounds. So that's the exercise, is to hear them as sounds. And maybe down the lower belly area a little bit. Move your hands down if you want to your lower belly area and do that. And then maybe tap your hands on your thighs, on the top of your thighs. And yeah, here listening, and to the sides of the thighs. Okay, great, great. And then let's just listen to any ambient sounds that might be here. So it might help to close the eyes just for a minute. And noticing any sounds from far away, perhaps coming in through the window or somehow from outside. So here I'm hearing some birds outside my window. So it's a little bit of an effort to hear cheep or chirp, to hear the sound itself. But you could give that a try with whatever sounds you're hearing. And also noticing sounds closer by. You could move your hands over your clothing and hear that, or just sit still and notice any sounds inside your room. I just swallowed. What a racket. Noticing any sounds. Okay, good. Opening the eyes then. Yeah. And it's an interesting phenomenon sometimes that if I'm hearing the actual bird chirp, it has a certain characteristic to it. But then if I say, oh, I hear a bird singing, it sort of buttons it down and freezes it in time, if you will, and limits it. But the actuality of hearing the bird sing is sort of more complex and nuanced and changing, all the time changing. So living in the world of words, as most of us do most of the time, tends to freeze things. Things feel solid and stable. If I just hear the bird chirping or whatever you can hear in your area, I know things are always changing, which is truth. And I can feel more into the complexity of it too. So now beginning our formal meditation, allowing the eyes to close or soft focus. And taking your seat in a formal way now. So actually feeling on purpose your body touching your seat. and feeling your feet touching the ground or whatever they are touching. Okay, so we've taken our seats. We've brought awareness to our sitting. So now bringing some awareness to the breathing. Just intending to notice the breathing in and the breathing out. And when thoughts come in, just realizing not only are there thoughts, but they're also words. It's okay, it's natural that they come in. But just returning to the breathing every time we notice that. Just intending to notice the in-breaths and the out-breaths. Perhaps feeling into the stomach and perhaps noticing some slight movement in the area of your stomach. Stomach swelling out a little bit as you breathe in, and stomach shrinking back a little bit as you breathe out. And perhaps adding in some noticing of sensations in your mouth or nose as you breathe in and out. Perhaps noticing some slight sounds as you breathe in and out. So this I call embodying your breath, really feeling it in your body, at the belly, nostrils, mouth, perhaps even in your chest, and even hearing it. And whenever you notice that thoughts have come in, maybe they just arrived, or maybe a little story has been playing out in your mind, or a long story. Whenever you notice it, let's take that as a nice moment, because you just remembered that our intention is to notice the breath, to be meditating. So then, at that moment that you notice, with as much kindness towards yourself as you can find, just returning to the breath. And if that happens again and again, then again and again, practicing cultivating kindness for yourself. In the times during this breath meditation now, when you're just noticing the breath and words, thoughts are not so present, recognizing that as mindfulness of direct experience. And at the other times, mindfulness with thoughts. Just continuing with this intention of falling awake to the present by a focus on the breath. Just focusing on the breathing, not worrying about the thoughts. That's natural. And we'll take another minute before we end this mindful meditation of the breath. So again, just checking into your experience and also checking around your body to see what's present in your body and making a little check on any emotions that may be present right now, just as part of our experience of the present. The breath, the body, the thoughts, the emotions. And in a moment, I'll end this meditation with the sound of some bells.